Here in the fish room, I love and have kept all kinds of fish, from giant monster fish to several types of Central and South American cichlids to even more community type fish, such as barbs and tetras and rainbow fish. But I've always kept a special place in my hobby for African cichlids from Lake Malawi, as evidenced by this big 600-gallon tank just full of these beautiful fish. And I recently received possibly the most creative and thoughtful gift an aquarium hobbyist can get, and it was customized to my interest in African cichlids. But it's something that can be tailored to the specific interests of any fish enthusiast.
You see, what I received was a map, a custom hand-drawn map of the collection points of all my favorite aquarium fish from Lake Malawi in East Africa.
And this thing is fantastic, and I'm not just sharing it to show off. But I do feel like it's an amazing idea that you may want to consider for your own future gift-giving occasions. Now, this is a map of Lake Malawi, but you could have this done for any body of water where your favorite aquarium fish are from, such as the Amazon River Basin or Lake Tanganyika. The sky's the limit. Below is the name of the artist with whom this was commissioned, and I'll link their Etsy store in the comments section. I'm not affiliated with this artist in any way other than being happy with their work. But for now, I want to take you through the map in more detail and show off just some of the amazing fish that come from these collection points. Let's start in the south side of the lake with Otter Point, which is home to the beautiful and rare Stigmatochromis woody. Now, like most of the species we're going to talk about today, this fish can actually be found across many sections of the lake. This just happens to be one of the collection points where it has been recorded. Let's move across the lake to the eastern shore and have a look at Luwala Reef, one of the many homes of the Nimbochromis venustus, a beautiful haplochromine and another one of my favorites. I mean, I'm going to say that about pretty much all the fish I keep, because it's really hard to pick a favorite. You guys know what I mean. But this is a beautiful fish, and it can also be found in many different areas of the lake. This is just one of the spots that it calls home. Let's head north to the middle of the lake. And by the way, we are skipping a lot of collection points. This map just has a few spots home to some of my favorite fish. If you were to have a map that listed everything, I mean, there's hundreds of locations, and each location can have dozens and dozens of species. So we're just hitting some highlights here. Lions Cove on the west side of the lake is home to possibly the most popular Malawian cichlid, the yellow lab. And this is just a collection variant of a species that actually has several different color variations. This is the yellow form, but there's also collection locations of blue and white and orange. The white form can be found just a little south in Nkata Bay, while the blue and orange forms are a little further away in other locations. A little further out into the middle of the lake is Chizumulu Island, around which many species can be found. But one of those is another favorite of mine, a fish that I think is highly underrated in this hobby. This is the Astatotilapia caliptera from the deep waters surrounding Chizumulu Island. It's commonly known as the Chizumulu blue variant of the species. It's a pretty unique cichlid for Lake Malawi, one which I think more people should keep. A little to the north is High Reef and Undu Reef, home to many beautiful peacocks, including the beautiful Alonacar Stewart Grantai. This specimen is from the High Reef, of which I have a beautiful albino version that I have line bred myself. Looking towards the north end of the lake, one of my absolute favorite cichlids can be found at the Ngara collection point. This is the Certicara morii, more commonly known as the blue dolphin cichlid. Now, granted, this fish can be found in a wide stretch of Lake Malawi. This is just another example of all the fish you can find in some of my favorite spots in the lake. But that's about all I have for you today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was just more of a show and tell kind of video, but I thought this was such a unique gift. I am so happy to have received it. A lot of thought went into this, and I think it's a great idea for you to consider in your own future gift-giving occasions. Maybe share it with the idea with a spouse or significant other, something that they could consider getting for you, or maybe you gift yourself, next time you feel like you deserve something a little nice. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time.